A blessed day to you, all my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Another one. Yes, my peeps, big up on yourself, big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers and subscribers. So, coming up in this video, we're going to give you guys the latest information as it relates to the West Indies versus Zimbabwe. That tour, quite a few people have been asking about it. So, we have some information there. Plus, we're going to talk to you guys about a team over there in the Big Bash League getting bowled out for 15 runs. Yes, you heard me right. 15 runs, my peeps. And we see where Akil Hussain and Andre Russell, they have both started off their Big Bash League on a high, you understand? I think their team played yesterday and they contributed significantly. So we're going to talk about those. Just make sure you watch the video until the end. And if you have not yet subscribed, please go right there and subscribe, my peeps, right? Alright, so let us get down into the meat of the matter. If you have anything to say as it relates to the team being bowled out for 15 or the tour that I'm going to be talking about, you can just let me know in the comment sections. Yeah, so quite a few people have been asking about the West Indies and, you know, when this tour of Zimbabwe is going to happen. And based on what I am seeing on the latest update, it is scheduled to start next month. You understand? I am happy to see that we are going to play 4 test matches. Not very often we get an opportunity to play 4 test matches. You understand? It's very good, my peeps. It's very good because at the end of the day, we get a chance to take a look at different players. You know, I'm hoping that we'll have a deep enough squad, a good enough squad where we can rotate players. You know, it's 4 tests, so it's good amount of games. You understand? I hear people calling for people like Casey Carty, Brandon King, Alec Arthurnes. I hear people calling for people like Versamy Pramal, Goody Kishmoti, Rakeem Carnwall, and all of these names. You know, people have been calling for them. So one would assume that these guys will be in and around the squad as they go to represent the West Indies. And as I said, we are going, you know, it's not Zimbabwe coming to the Caribbean. We are touring. And based on what I'm seeing here, it is slated to run from what? The 17th of January up into February, somewhere there about. Based on what they are saying, the first two games, you know, I am definitely going to be looking forward to those, especially because, say for example, a player gets an opportunity to play the first 2 games. That is 4 innings. Especially if it's a batsman, that is 4 innings for them to really go out there and have a look and see and show what they are capable of. You know, we went up against Australia, disappointing result in terms of what happened in the second game. So I know the players will be looking forward to this first test match here to see if they can have a basically bounce back and start off 2023 on a good note. So yeah, couple of games, my viewers and subscribers. 4, as I said. I don't know if by then we will be getting back people like Nkrumah Banner, people like you know, Raymond Reefer, who got injured, and all of these guys, Kemar Roach, Seals, that were not able to take part in the second test against Australia. I don't know if they are going to be back in time to really play, or the West Indies selectors will be giving opportunity to other players. As I said, there are youngsters coming through. I hear a couple of people asking about youngsters that would have played for the West Indies Academy recently. I think Hakeem Jordan, his name was mentioned on the last live that we did. So I think he's one of them that the spectators or the supporters are actually looking forward to seeing out there doing his thing. So yeah, that is pretty much what is happening, my viewers and subscribers. So early next year, January, based on what they are saying here, the 17th, they will kick off that test series there, and we are slated to play 4 games. So once we get the first one out the way, you know, things should move smoothly. You know, it's the beginning. It's going to be the beginning of the new year, and it's a good way to start off in a fresh. We're coming out of 2022. We would have won a couple of games and would have lost those 2. I think those 2 test matches against Australia were the 2 that we would have lost in the entire year. You understand? We were on a little run until they ended that. So going to be very interesting to see how the guys go up against Zimbabwe. All right, so switching over to the Big Bash League. I know quite a few people don't really want to hear anything about the guys from the Caribbean that are not representing the West Indies. But once they are from the Caribbean and they are taking part in other leagues, and it's newsworthy, you know how we do it here. We're going to carry the information, right? As I oftentimes say, this is not a West Indies channel that only supports players that play for West Indies. You know, we don't work like that. So we're going to go down in it now. Akil Hussein and Andre Russell, they were actually a part of, they helped to guide their team to a victory yesterday. You know, we would have seen Akil Hussein taking 3 for 15. Yeah, man, 3 for 15 to restrict the Brisbane Heat for 144 for 6. Now, Andre Russell, with bat in hand, he made 35 to help the Renegades chase that down. So, as you can imagine, playing for the Renegades, you know, Russell was able to score that. Akil Hussein picking up some wickets there. And I am happy for Akil Hussein. He can only go from strength to strength. You understand? Good to see Russell scoring runs. But at the end of the day, I am even more happy when the guys that are currently playing for West Indies, when they are performing, because simple means that they are improving. As much as how we might, you know, we know that some of these leagues aren't the best in the world and thing, but you know, the best way to show that you are above the league, or you know, you should be there, is to dominate, you understand? And it's a good start for Akil Hussein, and as I said, Russell helping to guide his team to victory. But what is probably going to take away from the Big Bash League, you know, people might start laughing at the league after this. The Sydney Thunders, they were actually bowled out earlier today for 15 runs. Yes, you're hearing me right. 15 runs, my viewers and subscribers, they were bowled out for, you know, and it's very interesting because, you know, we hear people talking about different leagues that should not be playing, and these are the leagues that should be sanctioned. Never really hear no team get bowled out for 15 in the T10, the Holiday League, Abu Dhabi Holiday League, and things like that. You know, never really hear anybody get bowled out for 15. And the Big Bash League, you can imagine the Australians would pride themselves on providing a solid competition, and you know, but that is what happened there. Seeing the Thunder getting bowled out for 15. Just wanted to bring that to your attention, so you guys can let me know what you think about that, if you know all of these different leagues is helping to water down cricket or what. I'm talking about competition and all of that. I was reading something earlier today, and I saw where I think it was Mohammad Rizwan, the opener from Pakistan, was saying that guys who play in the PSL and the IPL will be ready to tell you that the Pakistan Super League is way more competitive. Like he's saying, it's way more difficult to play there. I'm not too sure how he would come by this, if it has anything to do with the conditions, but if he's talking about the players that are available to go up against you, that doesn't make any sense to me. You understand? I know a man going to try and boost their league and all of that, but I am here to call it like how I see it. And if I am calling it wrong, then you guys are in the comment section. The best players that I have seen gathered together to play in any league is in the IPL. So more than likely that league is more competitive. So I am not too sure what Mohammad Rizwan was thinking when he came up with this statement. But the comment section is yours. Go ahead in there, my peeps, and let me know what you all have to think about this one. Go and leave it right here for now. Zane, big up on yourself.